Hey, what's up? It's your boy Jack here. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about why the girl is testing you. Let's get into it right now. So why is the girl testing you? So let's talk about when she's first meeting you. When the girl first meets the guy out in public, say it's a bar, it's a book club, or a library. Why would she test you when she first meet you? So she's testing you basically to basically test to see if you really are an alpha male. She wants to know because a lot of guys can put up a front, right? Basically like come up for 5 seconds and say pick up on it that they learned online. Say can joke or pick up on it that they read online. And for the first 5 seconds they can come out really alpha because that pickup on itself is really deep and it's really alpha. So basically it's gonna come out like, oh my god, this guy's fucking badass, you know. First 5 seconds she's like, oh my god, this guy's a badass, so let me throw a test at him. First 30 seconds he said a bunch of lines that he learned online. Let me throw a test at him to see if he really is who he's pretending to be. So she's testing you for congruence. She's testing you to see that have he really been through the shit that he says that he's been through, basically just by demonstrating the good body language, the eye contact, and saying a really good line like that must mean that this guy has been through some shit. This guy has been experienced with girls. This guy has approached girls. This guy has had hot girlfriends. This guy has experienced shit. He's traveled probably. He's done some shit in his life and he's been through some shit and he's a success. This guy's an alpha male. This guy's a badass, you know? So that's what that is when a guy can like basically learn and study, pick up line in the mirror, and then go say it to a girl. That's what it demonstrates for the first 30 seconds. So the girl wants to test you to see, are you just that guy that's gonna study that pickup line for a couple minutes in the mirror? Or are you really the guy that has been through all those experiences? Are you really the guy that has slept with those kinds of girls? Are you really the guy that's really confident and grounded? Or is your confidence built on concrete or is it built on sand? She's checking to see that. Say she says that, oh, you're really short, you know what I mean? Like say I'm like 5'8", 5'9", like I'm really like 5'8" and like 3/4, and I like to say I'm 5'9", you know? I'm very insecure with my height, as you can tell. So yeah, so basically she's gonna test to see if my confidence is real, you know? So she's gonna throw that test at me. She's gonna be like, oh, you're short. And depending on how I respond to that comment is gonna tell her whether or not my confidence is built on concrete or whether it's built on sand. So say I'm like, oh, but 5'9" is the average height for men. When she says, hey, you're short. So I'm like, oh, but 5'9" is the average height for men, you know? That's not too bad, that's not too bad. That right there shows, boom, he's a fucking beta male. He don't know what he's talking about. He's unconfident. He has no experience. He don't know what he's never been faced with that challenge before by any type of girl. That's why he can answer that weak, very weak response. And that just shows you reaction seeking. That just shows that you need her more than she needs you. Say she says that same comment, right? And I'm just like, oh, cool. So what do you do here? You know, that right there. Like a lot of guys say you have to come up with like a good comeback and shit like that, but you really can be unreactive. Unreactive is the best way to pass any test that a girl's throwing at you, because it just shows that it's like, oh, I'm secure with myself, I'm confident. I know for sure that I'm not insecure with my height. Height don't really matter to me. So I'm just gonna be like, I'm just gonna brush off your backhand insult or whatever you threw at me. I'm just gonna brush it off like I didn't even hear it. So that right there shows that, hey, this guy, maybe he is confident. Maybe his confidence is built on concrete and not on sand, you know? That shows the girl that you're a little bit more confident than a beta male that just try to qualify himself and say, oh, that's the average height for men, you know? It's pretty simple to see that response, the unreactiveness is the way to go. The unreactiveness is really the way to go, because she's testing you to see if you're gonna have those emotional waves like a female. You know, females have these emotional waves like, oh, this and that, this and that. She's testing you to see that. And as a man, you must be icy. You must stay icy. You must stay calm. You must stay present in the moment, in the midst of all her tests, in the midst of all her emotions, whatever she's throwing at you. You must stay icy. You must stay unreactive at all times, or else you're fucking done. You know, an alpha male is always unreactive to the female's emotions, to whatever she's throwing at you. Her emotions are just like waves. It shouldn't really affect you. It shouldn't shake you. It shouldn't move you, because you're built on concrete. You're not built on sand. So that's what she's testing you for. She's gonna throw a whole bunch of tests at you when she's first meeting you. This all goes back in the day, to like caveman times, where like a female, if she has a baby with a guy, he must be alpha, or else the alpha males in the tribe would come and rape his wife and shit like that. So that's why she tests you, to see, like, is this guy really alpha? She's not doing this consciously. It's mostly subconsciously, because this is wired in her brain that if she has a guy, he has to be alpha. He has to be a kind of guy that can take care of her. She has to be able to rely on him for safety and comfort and protection. This is back in the day, you know, it's wired in her brain. So if you're gonna come up weak, she has to test you to find out if you're really that guy. And she's not doing it consciously. It's all subconscious. It's all subconscious. So don't take it personally. Just take it as it is, because life is a test itself. If a guy walks into a girl, he just wish it could be so easy that she would not test him. If it was like that, you just plateau. There would not be no reason to grow. If you could just walk up to the girl and she would just like go home with you like that, with no tests, with no challenges, then it would be way too easy, and there would not be no reason to live, basically, because you would not be forced to grow. You would not be forced to learn to strive to become an alpha male. Everyone could just be beta, and that'll be a fucked up world. The world can never be like that. So she's gonna challenge, she's gonna test you, and you have to be able to take those tests. You have to be able to take those challenges and just roll with them. And just keep going, unreactive to her emotions, and keep going with the conversation, no matter what kind of tease or test she sends at you. You have to be able to stay grounded, unreactive to her emotions, and keep the conversation going. That shows that you're alpha. It gives her good vibes. It feels like it makes you feel like a guy that can be trusted. It makes you feel like the kind of guy that she's been waiting for her whole life, the alpha male she's been waiting for, the guy with confidence, the guy that's unreactive, and the guy that can show up and take care of the problems that's gonna be thrown at him, the guy that can be persistent, a guy that can get shit done, a guy that's on top of his shit. And that's all the qualities that she's looking for when she's meeting a guy. She's not looking for a guy whose confidence is built on sand. She's looking for the guy who's grounded, who's built on concrete.